We will discuss the rings once you have answered the question. Who is this man?
He is no man.
Guys, my name is Everton Duarte from Ultraverso and Team Comics. And firstly, I would like to thank you. It's an honor for me. Well, I'm a little nervous, but God save the king, and so do I. Darkness is getting close. The war is about to begin, but at the same time, rings will finally be on the focus. And with all the power issues, envy and obsession that they carry with them, what we can expect from your characters and from the plot in the season?
Well, it's the rings are profound, and if you imagine that it's this kind of new technology, it'd be like humankind discovering nuclear power. We could either fuel North America or blow up the world, depending on who has the power. And we don't fully understand it yet. And that's where we find Middle-earth, kind of on the precipice of the unknown and the potential for evil and whether or not the light will prevail.
It's a lot of problem.
Yeah, it's a doozy.
Yeah. I mean, there is, in the second season, there's a lot of questions of where, existential questions of what is our place in this darkness that has fully and undoubtedly established itself in Middle-earth. There's nothing that we can't ignore it or hope as we did in the first season. So we are all trying to figure out, and we have to figure it out quickly, what we're gonna do and who are we gonna be in the face of this guy.
Power.
Yeah, and this gorgeous guy called Sauron. And then Farazan.
Indeed. I think for Numenor, we're going to see an island in grief, in shock. Also as well, an island that's had its pride has had a kicking, really, is how the rest of the world are going to see us.
Yeah.
You know, we've all but lost the war, really, haven't we? And so there's going to be a huge facelift, I think, for Numenor. And who is the person to do that? There's now a power vacuum. And there's a huge responsibility there for the person that's going to do that. And again, like they were saying, ask these existential questions of who are we? Why are we here? Let's set out a stall, which I don't believe Numenorians have really ever done. They've had this island granted to them. It's been almost... and over time, this is like trauma that is, you know, it's a generational trauma that has manifested up to this point of where we diverge from this sort of this relationship with the animals that we had, and now all of a sudden they're there to serve our purpose. It's not an equal relationship, anything on our island. It is an island of men, and I think we need to set up our stall now and sort of go out and do what we got to do.
This is the work of Sauron.
About the last released trailer, it is a full action scenes, right? And behind the camera also shows some peculiar scenes that call our attention. Trystan,
yes,
as we can see, did not drown, and the scenes recorded at the sea. You know?
Oh yes, yes. I did not know.
You're alive.
I was one of the lucky ones that was dipping people in the sea. So I'm okay.
The sea trial involves throwing someone into the sea and seeing if they survive with the sea worm.
If they survive, they're innocent.
It's a lovely day for a swim.
I fed well.
Okay, and we'll certainly see our king fighting in the mud is his word.
Yeah, well, it's time for the king to take his gloves off. I mean, if you know the lore, you know that he is part politician and part warrior, and it's exciting for me as an actor to kind of work on the latter.
You dream as a kid about having sword fights in the mud against orcs.
And however, Ismael, you go first deep further in the mud.
Yeah, bless your
I
heart.
thought, what the hell? Did you really get in the mud?
Yes. Yeah, I said the same thing. What the hell? Dude, I've spent almost 5 years of my life up to here in mud. That is my job. Like it's but it's, I mean it's great. That scene, I mean, Well, you haven't seen it yet, but that scene is pretty cool. I think it's like episode 6 or something like that. But yeah, I was in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a huge challenge.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that's not CGI. Like how the diving into. Yeah.
Give me your hand.
Apart from the action moments, for you guys, was the moment or scenes, beware of spoilers, of course, that you thought this is something the fans will be loving?
We get to hear the king sings. He sings this kind of funeral dirge written by Bear McCreary, and I think if you're a diehard fan and you know the books well, you know how often the elves sing. I mean, it's almost annoying at some point. Like, can you just talk? But it's about time that the elves sang a bit, and it's an honor that I got to participate.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. As a fan, I've told the writers, every time that I see them, they're fed up of me because I thank them so much that I did that scene. As a fan, it's like a dream come true, and I know that the fans at large are going to actually absolutely love it. Yeah.
Okay. For Trystan.
I think for myself, because Pharazôn, when you see him in the first season, he is Chancellor Pharazôn. That's not always what he has been. He's multifaceted as everybody else is, in the canon. But there you see him as Chancellor Pharazôn. Now you're going to see maybe a bit more nuance to what he really, as to what he was before he became Chancellor. You're going to see a bit underneath, even though he is an aging Númenórean, you will see maybe the fire and the vitriol that gave him the reputation that he had.
When the darkness falls, there are always some who rise forth.
It was a pleasure as a fan, as a journalist, and I'm a huge fan from work of you guys. Well, I can't wait to see you on screen again, and congratulations by the excellent work, guys.
Thank you. Muito obrigado. Sim.
O prazer é todo meu.
And shine. You will give me the night.